2020 was what we might call a K-shaped year from an economic perspective, and as such, 1. If you earned money in industries strongly affected by the pandemic, such as the restaurant business or anything tourism-related, chances are you had a bad year. Or 2. If you earned money in industries that thrived, for example those related to digitalization, chances are you had a good year. It's fairly easy to paint a picture of a year of extremes, even if, of course, there have been people and businesses that, let's say, broke even. In terms of monetary policy, it was a year of quote-unquote more of the same, in that central banks acted pretty much as one would have expected them to, once again reinforcing the idea that they are willing to step in whenever the financial system needs help. However, it was also a year which made it clear that central banks can only do so much for the quote-unquote real world, and that to help Main Street rather than just Wall Street, the market demands far more on the fiscal policy front, with us most likely hearing more and more about universal basic income policies, or at least experiments, especially in more developed countries. As far as markets are concerned, it is difficult to think about instances where they have been more disconnected from the proverbial real world, with asset prices sky high in defiance of the many brick-and-mortar economic problems the world is facing. As such, those wealthy enough to be properly exposed to assets such as stocks are quite pleased, whereas those who live paycheck to paycheck far less so, which yet again leads to frustration that, let's say, encourages governments to offer more fiscal stimulus. In a nutshell, 2020 was a year of extremes, from stimulus and speculation-fueled growth for some sectors to debilitating challenges for others, with the path of least resistance, politically speaking, being represented by continuous monetary stimulus and increasing fiscal stimulus. Simply put, quote-unquote selling anything else is close to politically impossible, and as far as potential consequences are concerned, that is a topic for a future video.